Blake Shelton is sharing his wife Gwen Stefani's shocking breakdown during her time as a coach on The Voice. The duo really got to know each other on the reality singing competition. They went on to form a relationship and eventually got married. So what is Blake revealing about Gwen's breakdown? Keep reading for further details. For the first 23 seasons of The Voice, Blake Shelton was a staple. He was the last remaining OG coach and outlasted everyone else, bringing home a plethora of wins. In Season 7, Gwen Stefani hopped on as a coach alongside Blake. They both were married, him to Miranda Lambert and Gwen to Gavin Rossdale. Yet, they ended their respective unions and began dating. In 2021, the duo went on to tie the knot and has been controversial ever since. Many have questioned if they are truly in love or if there is trouble in paradise, as they are polar opposites in many ways. Still, they have collaborated on songs and appeared to support one another in all of their endeavors. Now, Blake is opening up about a breakdown Gwen had while on The Voice. It occurred in Season 22 when they were both coaches, and Gwen realized it was the last time they would be coaching together. She left after that season, only to return for Seasons 24 and 26. Blake's final season was 23, so she was not by his side for that. Of their final moments on the stage, he had this to say. At the time, the emotions hit Blake Shelton as he also realized that they would never work together on the show again. This was where they met and fell in love, so it holds a very special place for the both of them. Blake claimed he was leaving the reality series to focus on his family, plus he had many other endeavors he was working on. There have been a lot of mixed emotions about the Voice couple. For Valentine's Day, Blake Shelton posted a beautiful tribute to Gwen Stefani. Unfortunately, some of his fans do not feel she has been a good influence on him for many reasons. Dang, she aged him, poor guy will never have a kid of his own. Gwen, squeeze him tighter. Just as tight as her face from all the injections. Then, others loved the couple and wanted to let them know they were a perfect match. You two are a match made in heaven. So good to see you both together. I love y'all together. Hopefully, fans will get to see them on the Voice stage together again. They had a fun dynamic, and it is clear Gwen relished this experience with her husband. Country superstar Blake Shelton has never been one to hold back when it comes to expressing his love and admiration for Gwen Stefani. But in a recent candid interview, the usually laid-back singer surprised fans by opening up about a moment of vulnerability Gwen experienced during their time on The Voice, a breakdown so emotional that even Blake said it shook him to his core. It all went down during the latest season of The Voice, a show that has not only created global musical sensations but has also brought Blake and Gwen closer since they met as coaches on the show back in 2014. While fans have been accustomed to seeing Gwen as the radiant, composed pop icon, few would have expected the kind of emotional weight she carried behind that signature red lipstick and glowing smile. The moment that shook the room. According to Blake, the incident happened during a particularly tense battle round taping. She was under a lot of pressure, he said. People think this show is all fun and games, but there's a lot on the line for the artists and the coaches. Gwen takes it to heart. She really cares about her team. It started with a song selection dispute involving two strong contestants on Gwen's team. As she tried to navigate the emotional tug-of-war between talent and strategy, the pressure mounted. I could see her holding it together for the cameras, Blake recalled, but once they yelled cut, she just broke. Gwen reportedly walked off set and collapsed into tears backstage. Several crew members rushed to comfort her. According to insiders, it wasn't just about the show, it was the culmination of stress from multiple angles. Personal, professional, and emotional. The layers behind Gwen's breakdown. Gwen's breakdown, as Blake reveals, wasn't only due to The Voice. While the cameras caught just a glimpse of her emotional response, what fans didn't see were the deeper struggles Gwen has been facing. Balancing motherhood, a music career, her marriage with Blake, and the relentless pressure of being in the public eye has weighed heavily on the no-doubt frontwoman. She's been giving 110% to everything, her family, her music, her style projects, and then this show, Blake said. She puts so much heart into every decision, every note. She doesn't just slap on a smile and wing it, she feels it. That's what makes her great, but also what makes it hard. Blake added that Gwen's recent schedule has been non-stop, with her returning to the studio for new music, managing her children's transition to life in Oklahoma, and navigating the ever-present media buzz around their relationship. We're happy, Blake clarified. But happiness doesn't mean zero stress. We're human. Gwen's human. Support behind the scenes. Blake said he knew right away he had to be there for her, not just as a husband, but as someone who understands what it's like to feel completely overwhelmed. I didn't try to fix it, he said. I just listened. That's what she needed. I told her it's okay to break sometimes. You don't have to be Gwen Stefani the pop icon every second. You're allowed to be Gwen the human. Other voice coaches and production staff also reportedly offered their support. Kelly Clarkson, who has also had her own struggles, particularly post-divorce, hugged Gwen and shared some heartfelt words. There was this unspoken understanding between them, Blake mentioned. They've both been through a lot lately. That moment kind of bonded them. Gwen's comeback energy. Though it was a tough night, Gwen didn't let it keep her down. By the next day, she returned to the set with fresh energy and that trademark sparkle in her eye. She bounced back stronger, Blake smiled. That's the Gwen I know. And bounce back she did. The following episodes saw Gwen in full glam mode, mentoring her team with even more compassion and insight. Fans praised her honesty, her raw emotion, and her ability to stay real even in high-pressure situations. She channeled that breakdown into fuel, Blake explained. It reminded her why she's doing this, to lift people up with music. And yeah, to maybe cry it out along the way. That's real. That's strength. Fans react to the revelation. Once Blake's interview aired, fans flooded social media with support for Gwen. Hashtags like #WellAveAgwen and #TeamStefani started trending on X, formerly Twitter. Many shared their own experiences of breakdowns in the workplace or at home, applauding Gwen for showing the world that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength in disguise. One user tweeted, Gwen Stefani crying backstage makes me love her even more. She's not just a pop queen, she's human. And honestly, that's beautiful. Another commented, Blake talking about Gwen with so much empathy? This man loves her. And now I do too. The deeper message, normalize the breakdown. While the incident may have been shocking, Blake believes it sparked a much-needed conversation. People need to know it's okay to have bad days, he said. Whether you're on national TV or working a 9-to-5, we've all been there. It's how you come back that matters. Gwen hasn't yet publicly commented on the moment, but those close to her say she's grateful for the love and understanding. And with Blake by her side, she's learning to embrace the messiness of life with grace and a little bit of glitter. As Blake put it best, the world sees Gwen Stefani as untouchable. But the truth is, her heart is the most down-to-earth thing about her. And yeah, it breaks sometimes. But that just means it's real. In an industry where perfection is often praised and emotional honesty swept under the rug, Blake and Gwen are showing us something refreshingly different. Love, after all, isn't just about the glam. It's about standing by each other, even when the makeup smudges and the tears fall.